for Dale Gordon, it's a brand new experience. They're all in a full-strength Rangers team, with Nigel Spackman fully recovered from a calf injury and Mark Hateley free of a flu virus. A 51,000 capacity crowd to watch what may well turn out to be a crucial match in the league season. Neither side can afford to contemplate anything other than victory, particularly Celtic, I reckon, with the deficit in the league behind Hearts and Rangers. And there's a very hefty collision early on. Cascarino and Kuznetsov. Peter Grant. Collins playing it forward. There's Cascarino tackled by Stephen. It's all hectic stuff early on as Collins tries to break. Mikhailichenko made the challenge on Collins. That's good play by Galloway. Stepping away from Mikhailichenko. The early cross. Looking there for Collins. That's Cascarino on the turn. Closely marked by Kuznetsov. Quite challenging fiercely. Spackman got the ball away, and goes Galloway, beating the ball by Robertson. And on the break, Mikhailichenko finds McCoy. This is Gordon. Great play from Rangers. McCoy still free on the right. This is the chance for Rangers. A magnificent counter-attack there from Rangers, and McCoy's coming so close to the opening goal. Here's Dale Gordon again, tackled firmly by White. To the middle it goes to McCall. Hateley's layoff, picked up by McCoy. It's a deadly striking duo. There's Hateley! Get the test Gordon, Marshall in goal. It's away and Mowbray and Marshall on the line, beating that out. And then Tony Mowbray was confident enough to turn that back to the keeper, who only just kept it out. Mowbray's in trouble. Here's Hateley. This is McCoy's for the chance. Blocked on the line. That appeared to be handball by McNally. The referee saw nothing wrong with that. McCoist can't believe it. There's no penalty kick for Rangers. Here was McCoist playing it in. It appeared to strike the hand of McNally, but accidentally in the view of the referee. And what a let-off that is. Hateley miscued the header. Here's McStay. Willing out from Spackman. A chance on for Celtic. McStay playing it wide. The first time effort came from Tommy Cole, well by McCall. McCoist. Mikhailichenko. McCoist again. Thinking on McNally. But across by Galloway. John Collins was in across the bows of Gary Stevens. That's cut off by Stuart McCall. And Mowbray goes in. Well, you'd hardly call that late. It was almost posthumous. It was a very, very reckless challenge by Mowbray. Cascarino's header. There's Peter Grant turning straight into Spackman, who's strong enough to get through White. Here's Dale Gordon. This is a good chance for Rangers. Right on the half-time whistle. Cross to Hateley. Here's McCoist. It's first blood to Rangers right on the half-time whistle. And jubilation among these Rangers fans. It looked inevitable that half-time would come with no scoring. But McCoy gets his 22nd goal of the season. Set up here by Dale Gordon initially. And then Hateley sent over this very good ball, a dangerous one. Marshall was off balance. And sliding in was McCoist. Well, here was Dale Gordon. This is a treacherous ball played across. Hateley kept it into the danger area. McCoist on his own at half-time at Celtic Park. It's Celtic 0, Rangers 1. So Rangers prepare to start the second half. They have 7 players on the side who cost £1 million or more. And some of the football they offered in that first half certainly was worthy of the expenditure. But for Celtic it was a major body blow right on half-time, when they seem to have fought their way back into the away from Coyne, who retrieves quickly now for Celtic. Derek White with Collins, well tackled by Goff. Galloway's corner driven in, and a bullety header from Tony Mowbray. Well, the referee's still not happy. Well, I think the doctor may require to come involved inside. With Celtic was just a 10 men. Tommy Cloyne has been withdrawn into midfield, leaving only Tony Cascarino up front. That's why they're so thin on the ground when the ball goes forward. Here's Dale Gordon. Back with McCall. 1 goal apiece. Celtic continuing with only 10 men. McCoy tries to break away from McNally. McNally is going to be in trouble here. Bringing down McCoist. McCall goes off and Brown goes on. Well, Brown passes on the instructions, but it looks as though he's going into a left central midfield position as McStay reappears on the touchline with that face damage all plastered up. There's no sign of blood now. There could be no objection surely to McStay coming back on. Came off the head of Stevens. John Brown lofts it forward. Good header that, giving a chance for Stevens. Send the ball back inside. Mowbray beats Haitley in the air. Stevens again. Found a way through the gap. The great ball inside and saved by Gordon Marshall from Housetra. And that must be a candidate for save of the season. Amazing reflexes there by Gordon Marshall. Cascarino retaining possession well. Brown picks up the loose ball in midfield though. That's for McCoist. Marshall is committed. And McCoist can't get up, and the referee's given a penalty. Gordon Marshall penalised for holding on to McCoist's legs. The keeper goes to argue the point. We'll see it from here though. The ball played through by John Brown. There was McCoist. Marshall came to meet him. Couldn't keep his hands on the ball though. Now as McCoist got up, there was Gordon Marshall lying there holding on to McCoist. Well, it's a very tight decision. So it's Haitley against Marshall. Beautifully taken penalty kick. Rangers are back in front and Haitley gets his 14th goal of the season. Well, the Celtic players harbouring a sense of injustice about all that. But Haitley took that with real composure. Marshall certainly went the right way, made a very good effort, but the pace of the ball beat him. There's Craney setting up for Galloway. Queuing up in the middle for this. Here's Collins. Setting it up for Paul McStay. It's a great effort by McStay, and the save from Andy Gordon denies the Celtic captain. Set up here by John Collins for Paul McStay. He set himself for the shot, and Gordon brought up yet another magnificent save. Galloway sending in the long ball towards Cascarino. He's well beaten by Stevens, then Spackman out of the centre, set up something on the break for Rangers. Haitley on the right, holding the play up for Stevens. Spackman again. John Brown's in the middle. Housetra on the left, McCoist in the inside right position. Here's Brown going all the way himself. That settles it! John Brown ends the match in a contest with that rifling left foot shot. And a very unlikely scoreline results from that recent spell of activity in front of Andy Gordon. So John Brown appearing there for only his 2nd goal of the season. Well, 1 minute into injury time, the Celtic defence backed off and they're marking McCoist and Housetra, and that shot hit with fine accuracy and power by John Brown. He's so deadly on that left foot, given far too much space by the Celtic defence, and Marshall couldn't reach it. But there's no more time.